Hi, and Cherish, what do we got going on in the kitchen today?
Oh, my favorite dessert of all time. We are going to make some key lime pie. We have David and Richie from the original Oyster House, and this, I know, is one of your specialties at the original Oyster House.
Yes, it is. It's like I said, it's our #1 selling dessert. We sell 15,000 slices a year, and so it's almost like 300
Wow.
a week. So I mean, it's a big seller for us. And
That's impressive. You keep up with that. 15. Wow.
Point of sale registers can keep up with everything. It's almost like information overload. You can get so much information. What you use and what you choose not to use is fine. But Richie's going to start making this pie.
We'll just go right into it. Simple recipe. We're going to start with 2 whole eggs. We're going to crack them right into a bowl.
All right. And we want the yolks and everything.
The whole egg, no problem at all.
Okay.
You can separate it if you want to. For just a single pie, whole egg is not going to make a big difference.
Okay.
So we're going to do 2 whole eggs. We're going to take our hand mixer. We're going to beat those well,
All
so
right.
they're well incorporated. Just on a low to medium speed.
Okay. All right, so right now we just have the 2 eggs. That's all we're working with.
It's pretty important to mix all the ingredients separate. You want to make sure everything's well incorporated. Like I said, give it 30 seconds, maybe 45 seconds mixing that.
All right. Well, that's mixing. Dave, I'll let you tell everybody how they can find you at the original Oyster House.
Well, we have a website, originaloyster.com. We have reservations at the Causeway, not at the Gulf at this present time because it's so busy down there. We have just got our addition at the Gulf finished, and so the wait time down there is not as bad.
Oh, good.
We also on Tuesdays we have come pet an alligator. There's a guy walking around with Kids Eat Free on Tuesday, and you can take a picture with the alligator Tuesdays and Thursdays. So there's always something going on there. We try to keep things moving all the time just for our customers, and it's a tough business over there, and we try to stay ahead of the pack.
Fun and family friendly and lots of good food like key lime pie. All right, so Richie, you have the eggs mixed up. What's next?
Next, we're going to add condensed milk.
Okay.
We're going to do 24 ounces of sweetened condensed milk. You can buy it at any grocery store, just little cans, no problem at all.
All right.
Just pour that straight in. A little spoon, scrape it all out. So we get all that good stuff in there.
Okay.
And like I said, that's 24 ounces. So once we get all that in there, we're going to mix it again for another 45 seconds or so. Make sure the milk and the eggs are well incorporated.
So is that going to be the important part each time you add a new ingredient and mix it?
It is. You know, you incorporate it, adding the add them separate, you get better flavor, it mixes better. It's going to give a good presentation. It's going to thicken up once we add the lime juice to it. It's going to give it a whole nice presentation like you see at the restaurant.
Right.
So, like I said, medium to low speed. Give it about 45 seconds, get that well incorporated.
All right, so we're going to let him mix that up, and then we'll add the rest of our ingredients when we come back. If you're making this along with us, you can log on to our website to find out what else you'll need. Just go to the Studio 10 tab on fox10tv.com and look for In the Kitchen, and we'll be right back here in just a few minutes.
We are back with Dave and Richie from the original Oyster House, and we're not doing seafood this morning. We're doing their dessert favorite key lime pie. Guys, where are we at in the process?
All right, the first steps, we added eggs and condensed milk, mixed them up pretty well. Now we're going to add the lime juice to it. As far as the limes you use, it's up to you. You can go to the store, you can buy Susie limes, you can use key limes. Any lime's going to work. It's not going to make that big of a difference, to be honest with you.
All right.
Key limes are going to get a little better flavor. Anyways, 3/4 of a cup. We're going to add to our mixture that we did earlier. Add all that in there. We're going to mix it up once again, low to medium speed. Make sure that's well incorporated. Might get a little messy. The bowl's a little, if you get a little excited here, I suppose. But anyways, just want to make sure you get all that incorporated very well. As you can see, it's starting to thicken up quite a bit.
Sure.
That's what the acid from the limes do. So make sure that's well incorporated there. With a nice creamy texture, a pretty key lime color.
And Dave, you said this is your best-selling dessert at the restaurant.
It's by far the best-selling dessert at the restaurant in the Gulf Shores and the restaurant on the Causeway.
All right.
Like I said, we make all our desserts, and this is, I have a friend of mine that goes around all over the country, and he tests key lime pies, and he keeps a book on them, and he says ours is the best. Now, whether or not, it's just one guy who does it, and I have to believe him, though.
One man's opinion says key lime pie at the original Oyster House is the best. Well, that's not a bad thing. That's great. So we poured it in the pie crust
Pour it
there.
in the crust.
Uh-huh.
Just shake it, give it a little even out there. And now, pie's ready to go. We're going to put it in the oven, 325.
Okay.
325 degrees for 30 minutes. We're going to put it on a cookie pan just in case it overflows. Just put it straight in.
Looking so good, guys. Now, we also want to talk about, while that is in there, some of these sauces and spices you have. And let me start by saying, true story, you guys were on the show before, and I actually used this 2 days ago on my chicken, the Cajun steam and blackening spice. They call it their Yaya spice, and it turned out awesome. I loved it. My wife loved it. So it was great to have that around. Use that. Tell us about some of the other stuff out here.
This garlic sauce. Take it and put it in some ketchup.
Okay.
If you don't have any horseradish, it makes excellent cocktail sauce. And it's really, really tasty. Like you said, the Yaya seasoning it's awesome on anything. Your barbecue, your bourbon sauce, put that on pretty much anything. You could baste a grilled item with it, and it's pretty sugary, but it's excellent. And it's fun to mix and mash with these sauces. You can do so many different things. I know Richie experiments in the kitchen all the time with different sauces. What do you do with them?
Some of the fun stuff to do is with the bourbon glaze. Mix the bourbon glaze with the gator sauce. Mix them together, about 3 parts bourbon to 1 part gator sauce. Turns out it's just a real nice, it's like a sweet and spicy kind of sauce.
Okay.
Turns out real nice. It goes well with anything. Once again, that bourbon glaze is real versatile. Beef, pork, chicken, seafood. No big deal.
Well, so what you're saying, guys, is you have to pick them all up so you can create your own concoctions. You can just have a million different sauces then, right?
I highly recommend it.
All right, so go check those out at the original Oyster House. When we come back in a little while, our key lime pie will be all finished up. Looking forward to it. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you.
Cherish.
Welcome back to our great kitchen set here on Studio 10. We have David Dekle, who is the owner of the original Oyster House, and also Richie Pippin, who's the kitchen manager. They've been working really hard on this key lime pie, and it's looking so good. And you've been mixing away during the commercial break. Tell everybody what you're doing over here.
This is just simply a whipped cream.
Okay, topper.
Yeah, put it on top, makes it look pretty, tastes good.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, you use fresh, heavy cream.
And you have a little bit of a tang in a key lime pie, so that kind of balances it out, makes it a little smoother.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
What I'm going to do, we took a cup of heavy cream, put it in a mixing bowl, mix it up real good. It's that simple. You can do it by hand, you can do it with a mixer, whatever you prefer. I'm going to take a little bit of lime zest here. Zest just adds a little bit of color.
Yeah.
It's going to add a little bit of flavor. And zest, you don't want to get too far down into there. Just the outside there, just give it that nice lime flavor.
Okay.
Not much, just a little bit. We're going to finish mixing it. When you're mixing whipped cream, you want nice stiff peaks in the cream. You can't over whip it. It's not going to affect the taste a whole lot, however. So we'll mix this just a little more. Give it a good 20, maybe 30 seconds here.
A lot of whipping in this recipe.
So, whipped cream's done.
All right.
We'll take our key lime pie. Take a nice dollop of whipped cream there. Put it right on top.
Very nice.
Little lime wedge. And we're good to go.
Perfect. Okay. And then you guys also had one in the oven, and you're going to pull that one out and show everybody what the finished product looks like right when it comes fresh from the oven. Oh, it's smelling so good. And how long do you cook the key lime pie?
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
30
and what
minutes,
temperature?
325 degrees.
Okay, so very easy. And then you have a very tasty finished product. Oh my gosh, my mouth is watering. I love key lime pie
This is very hot,
much.
very hot, very hot.
Okay.
Very hot.
So once that pie comes out of the oven, we're going to let it cool.
Okay.
Probably give it 20 minutes to cool. You can't refrigerate it. You can put it in the freezer if you want. Temperature, you just want to bring it down from the cooking temp. Mainly you don't burn yourself. It's going to set better flavor and whatnot.
Absolutely. Okay.
This pie is better than Joe's golf game.
Oh, I bet. Well, I'm going to taste this, and I'm going to let you tell everybody where they can find you. I know it's going to be fantastic.
You can find us at the original Oyster House on the Causeway, Battleship Parkway, and the original Oyster House in Gulf Shores. And We make this daily at both restaurants. You can buy the whole pie. You can come by and just call the manager and tell them how many pies you need, and they'll have them ready for you.
This is so good, I want to make myself sick off of it.
Good.
You know, when you eat so much and it's just like, all right, I can't eat another bite. I think it would take a lot of this to get me to that point. It is that good. Make sure you grab the recipe. It's online. Studio 10 tab on fox10tv.com. You can get all the information you want to know about the original Oyster House as well. Man, I mean, this is amazing. Thank you guys so much for coming in.
Thank you for having us.